Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Happy Friday. It is I, your host, Captain Boyne. Thank you for being here with me. This is your 10-minute sports report for Friday, the 5th of January, 2024. I hope everyone had a wonderful start to their new year and everything is going well for you. Go follow us on Instagram at 4th and 1 Podcast. Remember to add that podcast in there, 4th and 1, all spelled out, all words. 4th and 1 Podcast. Remember to add that podcast in there. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Since you're already here, you're seeing it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below who's winning the national championship game on Monday, 7:30 ESPN, between the undefeated Michigan Wolverines and the undefeated Washington Huskies. It is a great pleasure that you are getting the two last undefeated teams facing off in the national championship game. So comment down below who's going to win the Natty. My pick are the Wolverines. Dominant defensive line. I think it's a close game, 7-point game, 1-score game, definitely, because that's what Washington plays. Michigan just cannot turn the ball over because Washington capitalizes so much off of turnovers. So comment down below who is winning the 2024 national champion. And then right after that, comment what NFL team will Jim Harbaugh be coaching right after that, because that is how it is looking. All right. I'm going to get you the NFL playoff predictor and NFL playoff scenarios because there are a bunch of going. I'm going to get you caught up on NBA action, caught up on NHL action. I'm going to try to do it all in under 20 minutes today. I know it's called the 10-minute sports report, but I lack finesse and rhythm at times. Alrighty, we will start in the NFL playoff scenario. So number one, AFC, we're going to start there because this is just wild. Baltimore Ravens have locked up the number one seed. Starters are resting. They are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? The matchup, though, to watch on Saturday night, Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts. Okay, winner more than likely getting in the playoffs. You have a 99% chance to get in the playoffs if you are the Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans. Winner of that game gets in. Okay, so that is, I've done this predictor thing on ESPN. I'm doing it right now. I have picked every single thing, and I can't find a way where the winner doesn't get in. The winner gets in. If the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Tennessee Titans, they win the division and are the 4th seed. Then the winner of the Houston-Indianapolis game would be the 7th seed. Okay? But now if Jaguars lose, the winner of Indianapolis-Houston would then be the 4th seed. If Pittsburgh beats the number one locked up seed Baltimore Ravens, who are resting all their starters, they would then be their 7th seed. So if Jaguars win, Pittsburgh's out of the playoffs. If the Jaguars lose and Pittsburgh wins, they're in the playoffs. So Pittsburgh needs to win and some help. The winner of Houston and Indianapolis is in, and Jaguars are win and in. So the Jaguars can lose as long as the Ravens beat the Steelers and get in. But again, all of that is very chaotic. Okay, so let's just go Steelers win. Let's go, let's go Texans win there. Let's go Jaguars win as well. The Chiefs win, and let's say the Browns also win. The playoff seedings in the AFC would be Baltimore number 1, Buffalo. Oh, and that's the other big thing. The winner of Buffalo-Miami. So if Miami wins, Pittsburgh wins, the winner of Indianapolis-Houston gets in. Buffalo's missing the playoffs. If Buffalo beats Miami, they are the automatic 2 seed. Isn't that wild? So Buffalo can either be the 2 seed or out of the playoffs if things fall right. So let's just assume Buffalo wins because they're the better team. Miami would be 6. Let's say Houston wins, Pittsburgh wins, Jacksonville wins. It would be Baltimore number 1 first round bye, Buffalo 2 seed facing the 7 seed Houston. Kansas City would take on Miami, and the Jaguars would take on Cleveland. That is the matchups I am predicting for the playoffs to happen. Check in Monday. I will get that all sorted out for the playoffs on the upcoming week. I don't know if Monday, I shouldn't actually promise that. Check in early next week. All right. San Francisco's already locked up the number 1 seed. So they're resting a whole bunch of people. So I'm going to say they win. I'm going to say the Eagles are just going to lose. So they would be the 5th seed as well. I'm going to say, if I'm being completely honest with you, I'm going to say Dallas is going to win. I think we are all locked up here. What happens if Carolina, then New Orleans would get in? What if New Orleans also loses? Oh, it doesn't matter. So basically, the NFC playoff picture is locked up. There's some seeding that has to take place through all this. I'm going to say the Bears. Okay. So, and let's go see. Okay. So there is some scenarios. The 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed, the 5 seed, and the 6 seed all locked up currently. San Francisco gets the 1. If Dallas loses on Sunday to Washington, the Lions get the 2 seed. Dallas becomes the 3. If Dallas wins, they're the 2, Lions the 3. Philadelphia's locked in. Can either be the 5 seed or the 2 seed. Dallas would have to lose to Washington. Philadelphia would have to beat the Giants. At this point, I have no confidence in that. So in the matchups that I think will happen, I think Seattle beats Arizona. I think the Saints get a dub at home, and I think Baker beats the lowly Carolina Panthers. So I think this is how the NFL playoffs shakes out. I think the Giants are winning this game. So I think it's the number 1 seed, 49ers by Dallas 2 seed takes on Seattle, the 7 seed. Lions 3 seed takes on the Rams, and Philadelphia goes on the road to the 9-8 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Very interesting. So there's lots of games. So tune in Sunday, tune in late on Sunday to ESPN or wherever, NFL.com, and see who made the playoffs because I think it is fascinating. Okay, I'm not really sure where I left you last, so I'm just going to go all the way back to January 2nd for the NBA. Chicago went to Philadelphia and got manhandled 110-97. Joel Embiid had 31 points. On Wednesday, January 3rd, Washington went to Cleveland and lost 140-101. And did Denver play? Denver did not play on the 3rd. On Thursday the 4th, just last night, Denver went to Golden State, and on a buzzer beater bank shot by Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets beat the Golden State Warriors 130-127. Milwaukee also beat San Antonio behind 34 points from Giannis Antetokounmpo, 125-121. Let's look at the standings for this. The standings are as follows in the Eastern Conference. The Boston Celtics are 8-2 in their last 10. They did lose their last time out, but they are 2 full games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks, who are 7-3 in their last 10 and won their last game out. They are 3 full games ahead of the Philadelphia 76ers, who are sitting in that 3 seed, who are 7-3 and won their last time out. Currently, the hottest team in the East are the Indiana Pacers, who have won 5 straight. They are the 5 seed and sit 7 games out. The Cleveland Cavaliers hanging out at that 6, 7, 8, 9 seed is currently the 7 seed, 7.5 games out of first. The 5 seed is 7 games back. Let me do it this way. From the 4th seed all the way down to the 8th seed is 1 game of separation. Seeds 6, 7, 8 are all 7.5 games behind first, so that they're technically all like tied. Indiana Pacers are only a half game better than the 6th seed, and the Miami Heat are only a half game better than the Pacers, or a full game better than the 6th seed. So a lot of basketball still to be played, but we're starting to see some separation. In the West, the Denver Nuggets are 8-2. Won last 2 straight. They're now just a half game back of the Minnesota Timberwolves for first place in the Western Conference. The Nuggets are the Thunder are a full 1 game back of first place. From 4 to 7 are 2 games of separation. The Clippers are 3 games back. The Mavericks are 5 games back. And in between the Clippers and the Mavericks are the Sacramento Kings and the New Orleans Pelicans, both 4 games back there. But from the 10th seed where the Lakers are and LeBron James to the 4th seed where the Los Angeles Clippers are is just 5 games of separation. Let's flip over to the NHL. And again, let's go back to the new year where the New York Islanders went to Colorado and lost in overtime 5-4. I'm seeing if any other team's playing because I did not pull this up beforehand that we are covering. It doesn't look like it. On Wednesday, Toronto went to Anaheim and got an overtime winner, 2-1. Last night, Thursday, Colorado went to Dallas and got an overtime winner, 5-4. Florida went to Vegas and won 4-1. Ottawa went to Seattle and lost 4-1. So Seattle's kind of on a little bit of a hot streak here, and that is proven by the standings. Currently, the Western Conference Central, the Colorado Avalanche sit a full point ahead of the Winnipeg Jets. They're 25-11-3, 53 points on the year. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10 on a 4-game winning streak. However, the Winnipeg Jets are 8-0-2 in their last 10 and on a 4-game winning streak as well, so no separation there. In the Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights sit now 2 points behind the Vancouver Canucks for first place in the Pacific. They're 22-12-5. They're 3-7 in their last 10 and on a 2-game losing streak. The Seattle Kraken, as I was talking about, have 41 points, so 8 points behind the Knights, 10 points behind the Canucks. Sit at 16-14-9. They are 8-0-2 in their last 10 on a 6-game winning streak. The Edmonton Oilers are also on a 6-game winning streak. The lowly Anaheim Ducks are 3-6-1, losers of 3 straight, 27 points. They are 6 points better than the San Jose Sharks, who have lost 10 straight games and have only won 9 games on the year. So cue the tanking music there. The playoff picture looks like this. The Western Central number 1 seed would be the Colorado Avalanche, followed by Winnipeg Jets, Dallas Stars. In the Pacific would be the Vancouver Canucks, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Los Angeles Kings in said order. And then the 2 wild card teams would be the Nashville Predators, who have 43 points, and the Seattle Kraken, who have 41 points, and again, on that 6-game winning streak. So the only team that we are currently following, the Anaheim Ducks, they are not in the playoff picture. The Kraken are in the playoff picture. Golden Knights are playoff picture. Colorado Avalanche. In the East, currently, it is the Bruins, Panthers, Maple Leaf in the Atlantic. In the Metropolitan, it's the Rangers, Hurricanes, Islanders. Wild card, Flyers, Tampa Bay Lightning. But the wild card is just, there are 6 teams within 2 points of each other. And out West, it's not quite as close. It's 6 teams within 4 points of each other, so not quite as close. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and I do actually mean that. I really did not feel the need or urge to record these 10-minute sports reports anymore. I felt like no one was listening. I know you guys are very interactive, so thank you. Continue to comment. I just felt like, what's the point? No one pays attention to me to these sports reports anyway. However, I'm getting, this is going to sound lame, I'm getting at least like 5 to 7 views every video, and I'm happy with that. So I'm touching at least 7 people. I am very happy with that, so I will continue to do it. Also, go check out on the Instagram page, or not on the Instagram page, on the one YouTube page right here. I have streaming content now. I'm doing a Madden franchise league with not CFB3 Roberto. So go check that out. I think I'm very entertaining, or I can be. I try to cut it up. I get to about 2 games in an hour. Good background noise. It really is. I do it all the time. I put on streamers all the time, YouTube channel streamers all the time who play Madden. And it's good background noise while I'm doing something else. So if you're grading papers or doing housework or working, whatever you're doing, if you just need some background noise, put on me. I'm screaming. I'm not screaming, but I'm really into it and I'm really invested. So I said I would try to get everything in under 15 minutes. I failed. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember to wash your hands, you filthy animals. I pray God blesses you and your 2024 season. Yeah, and know that God loves you, and we'll see you next time. If you're going to get snow this weekend like I am, however, I doubt it because now we've been downgraded to 1 to 3, and we never get snow anymore here in Lancaster County. So be safe out there. Remember, don't snow and drive. All right, until next time, see you all later.